Don't listen to this if you're a pussy.
Bretzky!
What?
Get your ass over here!
All rise! It's the VIPod!
Come get it while it's hot. Season 2 is just gonna smell like a fried chicken fire log in here. Squirt. Squirt, 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 squirt. You know what our listeners want to hear?
What?
I don't know either. Where's that cactus? We should just have the cocaine song as our intro.
What the
I'm an immigrant.
Did you just try to play footsie with me? You know who I really hate?
Tommy, I am your father.
Oh, so now we're doing movie quotes?
Yep.
Run, Bretzky, run!
Are you recording?
Yep.
No, but really. Are you recording?
Yeah! I get it. I see what you're doing here.
And you may be seated. I am the great-ish one, Wayne Bretzky, and I am here alongside the Tommy Show 1.0, and this is the VIPod.
Wait. Loads!
Loads!
Oh, yeah, baby.
Brewskis.
You know, I decided I got to go to work. Might as well have a couple beers. You know, fuck it. I really don't give a shit anymore. I really hope my boss is watching it.
Fire me?
Yeah, exactly. I hope so. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. We again had a cancellation today. We had a special guest, but you know what? That's okay because we do have a special guest here today. We're going to talk to him about his job and how much of big of a scumbag he is later on. But I'm going to start off this conversation with a dream I had.
Okay.
So this was, I think, Friday or Saturday. I think it was Friday night, yeah. I popped a couple of gummies in, had a few drinks, and passed out. And the thing is, I don't remember what my dream was at all. But all I remember is that I woke up laughing hysterically. Like, I was like, straight up, like, I bursted out laughing. And then...
Man, I want that dream. I always wake up screaming like one of those goats.
The thing is, like, you know what? That it was one of those, I sat up and I stopped. And I started laughing again because, like, whatever it was, I mean, unless I dreamt the whole fucking thing, but, like, it was so fucking real that I woke up. Ever happened to you then? That happens to you?
I've
or no?
never woke up laughing. I've woke up screaming, definitely.
Yeah, this was the second time. It happened to me once before where fucking I laughed so hard.
Well, you definitely weren't listening to our podcast in your sleep then.
Definitely no. Yeah, that's... that's
just proof to the listeners that we don't do the repeat on Spotify all night.
But yeah, I'm like, fuck. Like, I wish there was like a machine or something where you can, like, you know, put the helmet on, and then just like it'll tell you what your dream was. And,
oh God, I can never I have that, you know, like you said, where you have like 10 minutes right when you first wake up that you remember it, and then it's just like gone.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, I was in the middle of thinking about it.
Now,
and it was like right about to write it down, and your brain's like, "Nah, fuck you, bitch."
Now the worst dreams are ones when you're like, you know, like you're about to get it on with your wife's best friend, you know, like it's all hot, and then it's like it stops right in the middle of it, like fuck.
Actually, one thing that I have
that would never happen. That never happened to me. Just putting it out there, honey.
What's fucked up is I have reoccurring houses in my dream. That, like, I'm in a place where in my dream it's my house, but it's not like my actual house. It's this other house. But I could still, like, in my head, I remember these houses. Like, I could draw out the layout. Like, you need to get to the bedroom, you go down this hall here, and you go there, and, like, I know where all is. But the shitty thing about it is every last one of them is fucking haunted.
That's right.
All of them. Bullshit.
Well, that happens. I mean, if you're carrying the demons around with you, you know, they go wherever you go. So even if in your dreams, you know.
Yeah. I think this would be a good time to bring in our guest to see if he's got any similar experience.
Yes, exactly, because he does work construction, so maybe he's seen some crazy places that are haunted, or so we would like to welcome
by unpopular demand.
yeah. It was just a random last call, like, hey buddy, we need a guest. He's like, fuck, you guys are hurting that bad.
He didn't get to level 50 on the Discord.
Donovan,
if that's what you're wondering.
Donovan, welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, welcome to the studio.
That's why there's no beer and pizza. Well, free beer and pizza.
That's right. There's no free beer and pizza. Yeah.
I had to bring my own beers.
Yeah. So for those that are not in Discord and listening to this episode, join our Discord, because we have a leveling bot. We have a bot that basically, the more we talk, the more experience you get, and you level up. And so we threw it out there that if you hit level 50, you get to come and co-host the show with us, and you get free beer and free pizza.
Is it everybody who hits level 50? Like, is that like a level
first,
50
I think the first person to do it, yeah. I mean, it's up to you what you want. You're paying, so. But yeah, welcome to the Scumbag Studio.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, and so you work construction.
Yeah.
Now, that's a very vague word to describe construction, right? Because there's so much you can do.
Wait, though. We were talking about dreams.
I just want to get into it.
Okay.
So do you work on houses, or do you like commercial buildings, or
we do it all. We do commercial, residential, renovations.
Okay.
Yeah, we're kind of all over the
Have
map.
you ever worked on an asylum?
No, nothing crazy like that.
Okay.
Done some schools, but nothing.
There's a lot of really old buildings in Winnipeg, so there are some weird.
We did an old church.
places.
They rented an old church into apartments. It was terrible, an ugly project. Ugly, but nothing haunted, nothing crazy.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
So you haven't never seen anything.
Nothing on the job site. No.
Fuck, that would be funny. Hey, you're just working away. All of a sudden, something taps you on the back.
How about your dreams? Do you wake up laughing? Do you wake up screaming? Do you wake up wet?
I'm actually not a big dreamer.
Wet.
I don't remember my dreams.
Wet.
Well, actually saying that, the old lady did say I was moaning the other night. So.
Was she rubbing your dick?
No.
Could have just been gas, but. Yeah,
That's
was
funny.
it, or was it like?
She said it was definitely sexual.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do you want to give us a little preview?
Were you sleeping on your stomach? Was there some little gyrating going on in bed?
I asked her why she didn't wake me up, but apparently that wasn't.
Apparently it wasn't turning her on.
No.
She looked at you like, "Oh, what the fuck is wrong with him?"
That's exactly. Who's he thinking about?
Yeah.
Speaking of sexual things, before I got here, I was like, I got to go hop in the shower.
I got to go crank one out before leaving.
No, and then so my wife goes like, "Oh, what? You got to be nice and clean for Bretzky." I'm like, "Well, yeah, we have a special guest here. It's going to be a fucking gangbang today, And then I was like, "Hey, why don't you come and join me in the shower?" She's like, "No, the Russians are here," and I was like, "They're here too." I made a little political joke. We're not going to talk about it. It sucks what's going on there, but I think that's all we can say about that. So yeah, what do you do, Donovan? Exactly,
we do insulation and vapor barrier.
That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, so if I am a builder.
Yeah.
I hired the guy, hired the framers, hired plumbers, this and that, and then I would hire you guys to insulate the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do all your windows and everything. Yeah.
Oh, windows and doors.
Yeah, we do the windows and doors.
Shit, can you get me a hookup for a door?
No, we do the insulation of the windows and doors, the spray foam.
Oh, but you guys don't do
no,
the actual
we don't
doors.
do the install of the doors. That's all set up when we get there.
Do you have any contacts?
I could probably help you out.
Yeah. Because you guys help each other in the trade,
we help
right?
each other out, right? You do.
Because I need a new fucking door and a new frame and everything, right?
Yeah.
So it's
you suck enough contractor dicks,
Yeah.
you get a few contractor favors.
Same as lumber yards, right? You do enough business at a lumber yard, they're like, "Oh yeah, you're our number one customer," and then they want to give you more discounts, keep you around. Yeah,
nice,
Then
perfect.
they want to give you wood.
yeah,
they
exactly.
give you the wood,
exactly.
and then you polish it. Okay. How long have you been doing that?
12 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And labor is it is it heavy labor or?
It's not the most physical, right? I mean, what's a bad of insulation way? But you're moving all day, right? You're up and down a ladder. You're go. Yeah, it's pretty high pace.
Yeah,
but not physical.
It's
right?
not like breaking concrete and like you break your back. And,
Yeah, I mean, look at me. Obviously, I'm not in the best.
Loads. Yeah, what's your
Loads, why
poison
not?
there?
Kokanee.
I beg your pardon? Oh, kokanee.
Yeah,
That came out a little quick.
Cockney.
Kokanee.
Okay. Well, so yeah, I want to hear more about like installation.
More about insulation.
Yeah.
Well, people.
This is going to be the best episode
Yeah, this
ever.
is gonna be all. It's all about insulation.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
You think I can ramble that long? No. People actually don't realize how important it is, right? Like they just think I can come in there, do my job, get out, and just like slap it in. But like my job's honestly one of the most important because if I don't install my stuff properly, you're going to have mold issues. You're going to have frost come through the walls,
Yeah.
right? Like your house is going to rot from the inside out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if it's not done properly, then
Fucking hell. I have two spots in my house that the window is one of those overhang windows, like a bay window
Yeah.
or whatever it's called, and it's super fucking cold right over top of it, right?
yeah.
And then so when I got flooded last year or 2 years ago, they're redoing the flooring. I'm like, you know what? Fucking thing's exposed. I cut out the wood there and then just open it up.
Yeah. Nothing in there.
No vapor barrier. There was insulation, but no vapor barrier. So I'm like, well, fuck, how's that gonna help me? Like it's the cold still gets through, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know it will get through with the vapor barrier too, but not as much, right? Like that's what kind of you seal everything.
Yeah.
right?
The vapor barrier is insane. Like so, wintertime. The first thing we do when we come to a house is we hang all the ceilings.
Yeah.
Like we got a diesel heater. As soon as all those ceilings are up, the poly's up, it's hot in there. Like we're in t-shirts.
Yeah.
And that's it. There's no insulation on top, right? Like it's just the poly itself just keeps
and
it.
like I've noticed this like before we got flooded, I had actual like ice built up, like snow build up inside on the baseboards.
Condensating, yeah.
And it's like like you could see like on the wood how it like weathers and like I mean I'm pretty sure it was moldy too at some point and so I was like I'm happy that I got to I fixed that, but I never bothered doing that in the kitchen because I think that's done properly because it is cold, but it's not as cold, and we never had like ice buildup on there. So I was like, I'm not gonna fucking break that, but it was a bitch because like I literally had because like they put the flooring down, then they put like when you put the drywall on, right? So everything's on top of it, so I couldn't really pick up the whole sheet, so I had to cut it, right? And so I just ended up like fucking tucking in as much vapor barrier as I could, and it was a bitch to do.
Good bay window story. When I first got this place, what is now the nice bathroom, it was still a bathroom at that time, and in the tub, like in the actual shower, was a bay window, and the bay window only came down to like mid thigh and faces the neighbor's house.
Perfect. Yeah.
So like you could literally be there having a shower and just be like, "Hi, neighbor."
Do the helicopter. Yeah.
So needless to say, that had to come out. But same thing when I tore it out. Mine like had nothing. It was empty. It was just like this hollow shell, and it was like, holy fuck. And like when they built it, the shelf, I guess, of the bay window, I guess that's where they would keep all their shampoo and stuff.
Yeah.
They literally just got like linoleum and just like linoleumed it in there. Like this place, that's the thing when you buy an old house out in the country is a lot of...
Even in the city, my first house was
but like
a
a
nightmare.
lot of the renos in here have been done by Uncle Jed. Who's like, don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, at my old house, I had one switch, one breaker that had one full room in the basement, all the hallway lights on each floor, and then a kid's bedroom, and also the microwave plug. It was all on one
Wow.
breaker, yeah.
Wow.
So they just, I'm like, holy fuck, like right away.
One of my panels didn't even have the neutral bar connected.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I've seen some shit that is just like, holy fuck. But yeah, no, insulation is very important.
Yeah,
like
and a lot of people just don't realize that, right? They just think, oh, whatever.
So
I put so much money into insulation in this place to offset my heating costs. Because, like, when I got this place, I've also redone the roof. the roof when I originally got it basically had an R value of like 2 because it was
wow.
literally like the decking and then tar and gravel on top, and then there was an empty cavity and drywall after about a foot or two, but there was no insulation in there or anything. So like I've gotten it redone where they did like a spray foam and then an epoxy
nice. Yeah,
on top.
that's the way to go.
Yeah, so it's got a good R value now, but like night and day difference. And then again, just even just plugging up a couple little holes where a contractor came and drilled a hole to feed the cable through, and then just left that hole.
Yeah,
gaping
and then
there.
you got cold air coming through, right?
And you plug that up, and you're already saving $20 a month.
Yeah,
It's
it's insane what little bit you can do to. And in the end, right, it just benefits you, right? If your house is more energy efficient, then you save in the long run.
Yeah, my heat comes on a couple times a day instead of every 15, 20
it's
minutes.
not running.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So, also, do you guys just do you guys do spray foam as well, or?
We don't spray foam.
Okay.
That's something we're looking into doing yet, but at this point, like, everybody and their dog's doing it. Like, it's crazy. Everybody. So there's a lot of, we see crappy work out there all the time. Where
Well,
we're
you
like,
can buy those kits too, like at Home
you can
Depot,
buy
right?
they're not as good.
Well, but people think that I can do
it myself.
and then they're
Yeah.
not cheap. They're like $400 or $500
Yeah.
for like one
the
of those
2 propane tanks. Yeah.
And I'm just like, I was thinking about doing that. I was like, oh man, I've never worked with this stuff. Like,
It depends on what you're doing too, right? Like,
Yeah.
like if you're doing rim joists in your basement,
I thought you
it's
were gonna say
really
rim
good.
jobs.
No, I wish. No. But yeah, if you're doing
No, it's great for those.
so back to the spray foam insulation. So again, same thing. When I got flooded, I pulled into the garage, and I was like, oh, why is the concrete all wet? And I followed the wet trail and look up, and I have like maybe about a 2-3 foot overhang.
Hangovers aren't measured at feet, Tommy.
Maybe they should be. But yeah, a little like a 3
Got about
foot
a
overhang
12-foot hangover today.
of our bedroom, and that's where the leak was. And it was just, I literally had little waterfall, so that had to be opened up. Same thing, insulation's there, no vapor barrier.
yeah.
And actually, that like right now to code, you have to have a vapor barrier to the garage because of fumes.
Yeah.
They can get through, right? And I had no fucking idea, right? So like, next thing you know, like the vehicle fucking could have started and we would have died, like. And I was just like, well, I don't know, like.
So this is between your house and your garage?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I have a like. It's not necessarily a cab over, but like it's about 3 feet in. And so it has to have a vapor barrier. So they're like, okay, well, we have to build it up to code, And they actually suggested the spray foam. And when I got the quote for the fucking spray foam,
It's
like,
not
and
cheap.
this is like,
Yeah.
it's 3 feet by 20 feet, area. That's it. It was like $800. I was
And,
like,
see, and this is one of those ones, like we were talking before the show about, certain jobs, yeah, the guy can do it quick, but you're paying for the experience.
Yeah.
Spray foaming.
You're not paying for the experience. You're paying for.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to insult any spray foamers out there, and I honestly don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But like my perception of this is you got to figure out the right distance to stand away and sweep up and down.
yeah, well, this was on the ceiling, right? So like, so you had to do
Oh,
it.
sure,
But
you
yeah.
need a few ladders
So
and some scaffolding,
at the end of
whatever.
the day, you know what? I looked into those cans,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, okay, well, that's $400. Now, if I fuck it up,
Should have let me know. I have one out in the garage.
well, no, but that's the thing. Like, if I fuck it up, now.
Yeah,
I get, or maybe one might not be enough. I might as well just fucking pay those guys, right? And I was like, I might as well just get the foam because then they don't need to vapor barrier it, right?
And then it's done. You don't have to
it's
worry
sealed,
about it, right?
It's done. Now I'm worried about the wall that's still hanging. I was like, is there a vapor barrier or not? But I was like, whatever. If it's not touched, then it's up to code, right? Which is so stupid, anyways.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like all those old houses have no vapor barrier, right? Like nothing. And
Yeah.
some of them heat really well. Like it's
Yeah,
the
I
old
guess
construction.
It depends on how, like because the older houses do have smaller rooms too, so it stays warmer in there. It doesn't take that much time to heat up, like let's say this room here, right? So, but yeah, no, it's ended up just getting it done and like fuck it, whatever,
I have all the code books at work, and it is terrifying to read through them because it's like I'd be afraid in some places, like you said, some older places, like you put a hole in your wall with a hammer and now you've got to renovate your kitchen. Like, it's ridiculous.
And it's crazy. Like, the codes change all the time. In the last 5 years, my codes have changed so drastically.
Yeah.
Stuff we used to be able to get away with all the time, we did for years, we can't do anymore. Even the tuck tape. We're not allowed to use red tuck tape anymore. It has to be blue.
Why?
It's apparently it's thicker and it sticks better, but nothing sticks in winter. Like, it's just a money
Yeah,
grab.
Bretzky, we know you have blue tuck tape. We know
have
that.
blue and red here in the studio. I was just
There's-
gonna like
it's
but I
holding
was-
up the cables.
Yeah, it's holding up some of the cables underneath here too. I was just wondering because like I thought it was just for like depending on the job you were doing if you wanted to kind of like color code.
yeah,
I
they
didn't-
still
I didn't
on the-
realize there was actually different thickness because it doesn't say anything. I've looked on the labels
No, I
at
think
the
it has
store.
more glue on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's supposed to, but like
Yeah.
I said, in winter, none of that stuff
No.
sticks.
No.
Like,
Well, tuck tape does, though, no?
not when it's cold. When you're
No,
sticking it
yeah?
to cold poly, it just
Okay.
comes right
If
off.
you stick it on and it gets cold, it'll hold.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
trying to stick it on
And
when
while
it's cold, no.
Yeah.
So, see, and that's the thing. Like, I can't understand why somebody would build a house in the winter.
Right? You have way more issues because by the time everybody pumps heat in there, right? Because electricians don't work in the cold. They got the heat cranked in there because they're pulling wire.
Well, whose idea was it to build houses up north, first of all?
Well, no, but you know what? Like, I think we have a long enough season to build a fucking house. But there's people that start construction like end of August or like September.
yeah,
I know.
Yeah, we get it all the time, right? Like I work all throughout the winter.
Buddy of mine got a house built over winter. Sure enough, a few years after, he had a full cab over, and so it's two roofs, and there was an opening in between the two roofs, and they had vents on one roof and vents on the other one. It created a draft, so it just kept sucking in the snow, and
All that moisture
and
sat
then
there.
yeah, and then one day it's just like springtime. All of a sudden, like their ceiling drip, and then the whole fucking thing it fell through, man. It was just, I guess it started soaking.
Yeah,
It
and
soaked-
that insulation
soaked in,
when
like-
it gets heavy, right?
oh yeah, and then it fell through into their bedroom, and then went Jet scores
Nice.
Loads.
Loads.
and then it went into their garage too. Like it was just brutal. And a simple thing that they didn't think of that, and it's because it was built over the winter, so they just rush, go, just get it done, get the framing done, fucking pop the roof on, and that's it, right?
That's one thing that I like about working for myself is like when you worked hourly for a guy, it's always get it done. Get it done as fast as you can.
Yeah.
We don't care. Just do it. Just make it work. I don't know how many times I heard make it work. Now that I'm on my own, I can take pride in my work. I'll be like, no, like if they want me to do something crazy that doesn't make sense or isn't right,
Yeah.
I can be like, no, I'm not doing that. Like
Yeah.
that's wrong.
So now you're basically your own guy.
I'm my own guy.
You're by yourself.
Yeah, by myself. Yeah, I have 2 employees.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And,
you pay yourself to shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but so
And jerk off? Or?
Oh, it depends on the day.
and how's that going? Like you,
It's good.
Yeah.
We're busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's consistent.
that's good, man.
Construction is just booming right now.
Yeah, I mean,
How long it's
Nobody
gonna...
can travel, so they've got all this money, and they're like, well, I guess I'll build something.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I'm gonna ride it out and
Again!
holy
Look, I get to
shit,
do back-to-back shots
Okay.
now. I didn't even get the last one in.
loads. Jets are up 2-0. Well, good thing we're playing Montreal. We might actually win.
don't say that. It's still the first.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
And they're on a
Friday.
5-game win.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was at hockey on Friday, watching the game. 3-0. Oh, perfect. Left after the first period. I literally got home, went to my neighbor's house for drinks, and then, what the fuck? 3-3? Like what
That
happened?
game-
And then
That was one of those games that makes you lose faith. Like, that was one of those ones. And it was weird, because I was even thinking when we were 3-1 up, I'm like, still only first period. Like,
Yeah.
this is way too early to be up 3-1.
Yeah.
Or 3-0. Like, it gives them way too much time still
Absolutely.
to catch up. And sure enough, it was just like, bing.
And Jets-
there's a bing. Okay. Well, bing. Okay. They caught. Bing. Oh, fuck.
And somehow the Jets always seem to fall apart in the third. Like I don't know what it is.
yeah.
Well, it's one way or the other. They're either super strong in
That's
the
true,
first
yeah.
and weak in the third, or super weak in the first and strong in the third. But it's either way is not a balance that works out. You got to be good throughout the game because that weak period can fuck you over way too quickly, and it often does for them. And
Good thing I don't watch the Jets game this year.
yeah,
I
you
watched
know what,
one full game
this
when I
has
went to
been
the Jets game last Saturday.
A rough year to be a fan, and I mean, it's been a fucked up season because of the way things worked with the game
It's been
delays and
it's
this
been
and that.
fucked
So,
up
like,
last few seasons. I actually have lots of buddies that are diehard Jets fans, and they're getting rid of their season tickets because it's
hard to go to.
Well,
when
and
you're
it's
just-
like you can't justify paying like 10, 15 grand for a season.
Well, there's that,
And if
then
you
gotta
get
pay
that
for the
season,
then
right?
you got to
Like-
pay for the parking when you get there,
And
then
you
beers
pay-
are $10 a piece
Well,
when you're
and
there.
you're paying for the full playoffs
Yeah,
ahead.
Yeah.
Like even right now, like they
Yeah,
told me like they actually had to pay already, even
yeah.
though they're
until we are eliminated, your money is tied up into those.
And what? It's like a 12% chance we're going to make the playoffs right now. Like it's very
Oh,
slim.
it's-
You know what? Like we're only like 6-9 points out. Like it's not impossible, but I mean that being said, there's only 30-ish games left. So like,
I'm not gonna lie.
we need to win 75% of the games to have a good chance.
I would
So,
be
like,
actually very happy if the Jets like came in last, so
Hey
they
man,
get.
Yeah, get
it's
draft
it's
picks,
a
right?
good,
Yeah.
good draft pool this
Well,
year.
I really hope because speaking of the draft, I wanted to bring that up. Did you guys watch the Olympics?
I'm assuming
the
you're going to tell us
hockey?
there's a Slovak kid. That's
Well, because so Slovakia finished
Third.
in third. Yeah, they got the bronze, and which
Congrats.
is huge. It's huge for Slovakia, right? And I think this is their first Olympic medal for hockey.
Oh, wow.
And they fought hard. Like they haven't. I haven't seen Team Slovakia played as good as they played right now during the Olympics. They have a young team. They have a couple big names there that you guys might recognize. They had Martin Marinson. He played in Toronto, I believe. They have Thomas Yurko. They have Marco Dano was playing on
Okay.
there.
Yeah, I know that.
There's a few other guys, but like most of them are from the Slovak league, which is, I like that. Like bring those people because when you bring too many NHL players and then you bring too many like European league players, KHL and like the Big Ice players, you can see that they're not playing well together, right?
Yeah.
And so this team was really good, but so Slavkovsky. He's the youngest player on Team Slovakia.
It's so weird, Tommy, doing a sports segment.
I know, right? He's the youngest player, 17 years old. Actually, the commentators were saying that they don't remember a hockey player in the Olympics having braces on still. Yeah. So he had to wear the full cage. But this kid had the most goals in these Olympics.
Nice.
7 goals, I believe, and he tied in 4th overall with like Teemu Selanne and like 16 or 15 other players.
If Teemu Selanne is on that list, you're in fucking great company.
Exactly.
But I hate to burst your bubble here. There was no NHL players in the Olympics this year, so it's a different.
Well, no, but
But there was a lot of
Neither-
European League.
Yeah.
team,
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
players
there's
in
and the thing is like I'm gonna have to shut that down because compare teams like U.S. and Canada and Russia to countries like Slovakia, Czech Republic, like little countries like that, where like in Slovakia there's less ice rinks.
Yeah, the
than in
develop-
Winnipeg.
The,
Oh, wow.
The
Wow.
opportunity
yeah.
for development is next to non-existent. in
Like, if
a lot
you're
of
a
these
hockey player, your parents were either rich or like you had like somebody sponsored you. Like, like you and I, we can go out and buy ourselves hockey equipment and play hockey, and like most parents that, support their kids, they can afford to buy the equipment,
Yeah.
So there's so many hockey players. So, okay, you don't have the NHL players, but there's still so many other leagues that you can pull out of, and there's so many great players. So, that excuse to me.
I was really hoping to see Nigel Dawes out there.
I don't know who that is.
This year. He's from Winnipeg.
Oh, okay.
He plays in the Russian league.
Oh,
now.
okay.
He dabbled in the NHL a little bit. Like he broke the lineup a few times in Montreal and New York.
Yeah. So and that's the thing. So there's so many players, that you can Team Canada, Team US, Team Russia. Or sorry, what is it? The
ROC.
ROC.
Oh, yeah, the Russian Olympic Committee. or
Committee.
whatever.
Yeah. Fucking
What
idiots.
difference? Yeah.
I know. But there's so many players you can pick out of. So when I hear that, oh wow, we didn't have other NHL players. Well, you know what? Don't fucking wait on the NHL players. So you're comparing yourself to country that is smaller than Lake Winnipeg.
I'm
Slovakia
really-
is smaller than Lake Winnipeg.
The one thing
So-
I'm disappointed with, though, is if NHL did go this year, Canada probably would have had their best team since they iced like that team that had like fucking Lindros and Sakic and like
Yeah,
just
they
like,
would
you
have
know,
been a
like
good
the-
team for sure.
Just a legendary team.
Yeah, and I think it sucks that-
Shifley would have been on there, which I would have really liked to see Shifley get his Olympic shot. I know
Yeah.
he really wanted to.
No,
to
it
have
sucks that they couldn't get them, but with COVID and all that bullshit and like all the isolations, I guess that Bettman just
We don't
didn't
say that
wanna-
word. We just say cunt instead.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. But so back to Slavkovsky, like because he made such an impression, I think, on the hockey community. The commentators kept talking about him like he's gonna go in the first round pick for sure. So I'm just like, you know what? If the Jets lose, maybe they can pick up a decent player because like some of those young kids, they are really good. There are sometimes where they don't pick the first or second round pick and then they're not as good players as let's say the fourth or fifth.
Do you think we're gonna break the Winnipeg trend where we just only draft Finnish
I
players?
know, right? It seems like that's the trend, but either way, like it's one of those things like
Slavapeg. Change it to that.
yeah.
Fuck.
So you can try to if you still have a chance to make the playoffs. I know the team's gonna go for it, but
Honestly, I'm all for more Europeans in the NHL because to me, like, yes, Canadians and Americans have that technical skill. Like they're machines when they play. But Europeans are exciting. Like to me, Europeans, it reminds me of when we go play sponge hockey on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
never know what the fuck is gonna
No,
happen.
exactly, yeah.
Somebody is gonna pull a spinorama out of their ass and fucking roof one, and you're just gonna lose your shit. And like
Absolutely.
that's the kind of hockey I really enjoy. Oh no!
you're welcome.
You might want to put some of that hot sauce up your nose now. 'Cause it's about to get spicy in here.
Okay, so
Holy shit, we scored again.
Wow,
Fuck,
there we go.
God damn.
Loads.
Loads. I'm going to get drunk this episode, guys.
How's it different from any other
What
episode?
else is new?
Well, the other ones I start them drunk. Like this one I started sober, but I'm going to get drunk.
The Pizza Oven is dedicated to the highest quality pie that the whole family can enjoy. With their amazing sauce and the freshest ingredients, the Pizza Oven is here to provide quality and a great tasting pizza to Winnipeg and East St. Paul. They use a delicious blend of mozzarella cheese and make their pizza crust daily, both thick and thin, and their meats are proudly provided by Winnipeg Old Country. They're located at 1215 Henderson Highway, Unit D in Winnipeg. Call them today at 204-949-3000 because everyone's loving the Pizza Oven. And tell them the VIPod sent you by using promo code VIPod5 for 5% off of your order and order online for an additional 5% off for a grand total of 10% off of your order.
We would like to take a moment to say a great big thank you to our lead sponsor, SafetyNet Studio, for bringing us to all major platforms under their banner. SafetyNet Studio is a boutique audio company. They produce podcasts, offer voice work, and create content for radio stations across North America. You can head to safetynetstudio.com and check out music news you can use that's covering the chart toppers and floppers. It's a daily 6 to 7 minute pod that keep you up to date with all your active rock and top 40 favorites. You can also hear music news you can use on your local radio station. So we wanted to talk about the float a little bit, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah. We wanted to go back.
Do we have to?
So
It's a great story.
So if you guys listened from day one, or like since I guess August, that's when we.
Well, yeah, this is going to go back to
yeah.
August 1st or August long weekend of last year.
So Nomad, our former host, that was
Last
our
week's
last week's
special
special
guest.
guest. Yeah, it was her birthday, and she's been doing this now. I think it's the second or third year.
That was the second year in a
Yeah,
row.
well,
she's
with
done it.
us, I'm not sure if she's used to do that.
She
with
doesn't
her,
have
but,
other
but
friends,
she
so
does
that was
have
the
other friends. Yeah, so fuck him, even if she does. So we go and float, right? And then we might. I think we might have told that story about somebody
Tommy doesn't
losing.
even need to have a tube. He just floats.
Yeah.
Tommy just
exactly.
lies down in the
Yeah.
river.
And then if I want to sink, I just fart, release some air. I sink a little bit, and it builds up again.
But Donovan, I'm pretty sure we told the story of like literally like a minute into the float, suddenly,
tubes.
well, yeah, suddenly like water is spraying in my face, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? And it's shooting out from under your tube, and yeah, suddenly I realize your tube is split like an ass crack, and like literally like it was a good 7-8 inch
Yeah, it was big.
rip.
It was
Like,
bigger than that. Yeah.
it's like when you split your jeans when
That's
you're
straight
bent
up
over.
like garbage.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't
You
fix
couldn't
that.
patch
Yeah.
nothing.
all
yeah.
of the air of that tube came out in about 4 seconds and blasted every inch of water possible into
I'm
my
like,
fucking face.
What am I gonna do? Right?
Yeah,
Like we're 5 minutes down the river.
That's
What
right.
do I run back and rent one? Do I like what do
that
I do?
Probably would have been the better idea. But
do I go home?
Yeah.
but we had luckily a few extra tubes. Nomad had learned from experience that it never
Yeah,
hurts.
I brought an extra one, so we managed to squeeze you guys in
Yeah,
somewhere,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, we shuffled around. It was tight, but we made it work. And
We like it tight.
Yeah, we like it tight.
I thought I was gonna sink your raft.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you got to be kidding me! We just scored again.
Holy
I
shit.
I can't even keep up.
That's okay. That's okay, Bretzky. It's okay not to take 4 shots in a row. He's
No,
like,
it's not. I got to do it.
challenge
I
accepted.
got to do it.
But yeah, so and then you guys probably heard the story of Donovan losing his keys.
Whoa! You were rescuing somebody. You saved somebody's
you're
life.
jumping the
yeah.
whole like.
Oh, okay, we're telling the whole show
This is
again.
Lord
Okay.
of the Rings, and you just went from Fellowship right to the
I
Return
have
of the
no
King.
fucking idea what you're talking about. I never seen those movies. Never read the books.
I know that. But no, so like there was a bunch of shenanigans throughout it, from Joe being completely slaughtered and fucking like promoting our show to
Fuck, that was pretty
everybody.
funny,
And
yeah.
then we literally had like 3 floats around us that were like blasting it really loud. And I'm sitting there going like, oh fuck, man.
There's
like,
kids around.
Yeah,
It's
this
like-
is
and
this
if
is
you
nuts.
listen to the first season, it wasn't necessarily kids friendly. Like our second season is more tolerable than, the first
you can listen to
season.
this at least around teenagers
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. But yeah, the first season was
the way it starts. Don't listen to this if you're a pussy.
yeah. Oh yeah, and that just echoed out for like 17 miles down the river. So yeah, there was that, and then Nomad ran into like an old school friend that I don't even fucking know, and like I don't know, we all just got pretty damn drunk and all that, and yeah, we get to the end of the float, and when you get to the end, it literally like the river starts widening and getting deeper, and the current picks up, and
Yeah.
there's literally just a rope that goes across
know.
the river, and it's like, stop here, go to shore.
Yeah.
And like,
And then everyone's trying to stop there.
yeah,
so
and,
there's
and
a big pile up.
So there's 2 parts to this. Like, I get why it's just a rope, because like if you had a net and someone fell out and got tangled in a net, like that's no bueno either. But like this rope, like you can easily go over or under. And basically what happened was we were getting right to the end, and I guess Donovan, your guys' float, you guys were like reaching for something or something, and a few things fell out of your
I think
tube.
it was in the panic of everybody trying to get that girl out of the water and the.
Well, no,
no.
she tried to get the flip flops.
No, what happened was your guys' a couple things from your...
Oh yeah, my flip flops. I lost a flip flop.
Yeah, your
flew
flip
out.
flops or something
Yeah.
came out, and so she was getting to the rope, and she thought she would just kind of like reach and try to grab the flip flops, and her tube flipped on her, and then she screams, "I can't swim!"
Yeah. And then
And
there's
so-
Nomad, the tiniest girl, trying to save this. You know, she was not huge, but she was a bigger girl.
Well, and my back's turned to this whole thing, so I have no idea anything's going on. I'm making fucking dick-ass jokes all the fucking way.
I was pretty buzzed, and I knew there was no way I was going to help this girl because I was just going to make the situation
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Because next somebody's rescuing me, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
So Nomad jumps, Joe jumps, and I jump in after the girl and like try to help them. Nomad got there first.
I noticed when like we got to the shore and like Joe hops out and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck's going on here?" And then just out of nowhere like dives over people and starts swimming away, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I think something's actually going on here." And so like I turned around, and by that point you had already jumped in
Yeah.
after. So there were 3 of you after them, And I'm a super strong swimmer and like a lifeguard and everything. But, you know, fuck that. You know, you guys had this handled. I trust you.
Sure, yeah.
I trust you. I'll show you the badges later.
We had the right technique of swimming and everything, right?
But
like
yeah,
you approved.
exactly.
You approved.
You
Yeah,
know,
okay.
you were.
He was there if it went south. He would have saved you guys.
Yeah, so I basically played lifeguard to the whole situation and just climbed up on the rock and started saying, "Throw me the flip-flops."
Save the flip-flops.
I'll catch them up here from safety. But yeah, no, you guys, like basically because the other girl was even panicking about like her tube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck the tube. Like they can, because the workers who worked there loved the Pinnacle float. It was great. It was an amazing experience. But the workers like didn't even acknowledge that anything was going on.
No,
they just
they're
kept
just
being like, hand me your tube.
Yeah, I got
Hand me
the
your tube.
Yeah.
Hand me your tube at the end of the line of the actual
Didn't Joe
float.
say something to him?
He
like,
did. He's like, "Are you just gonna stand there?"
Yeah.
Like,
No, there was this other tourist who was like standing up on the
No,
rock
that
kind of
was
over
the
where I
worker.
was.
yeah, that was an employee of the.
There was an employee.
And he took his phone out and he started like
Oh,
taping the whole thing. And Kyle's like, "Hey, guy with the phone, how about you fucking put that away and catch this fucking flip flop?" And then just fucking like threw the flip flop at his head.
He was recording in case his tube went down the river. They wanted to be not
Yeah.
be liable, right?
It's like, well, okay, we got to charge that dead body.
But yeah, the lady like latched onto Nomad and sunk her, and then I don't know if I guess it was Joe who was second there.
He got there, and then I got
you,
there.
and
Yeah,
then-
we had kind of pulled him out. Yeah.
So you and Nomad, I think, kind of helped her swim out while Joe took off again afterwards after the
tube, maybe.
tube.
I don't know exactly how it was, but.
I stood there.
But
and we
anyways,
pulled
in all
everything.
that shenanigans,
It was all Donovan's fault.
Somebody
Though.
lost.
All my
Donovan
fault.
almost killed this chick.
yeah,
was
and,
my
Because he wasn't
flip-flop.
playing attention to his flip flops.
and Karma was a bitch, and he lost his car keys.
Yeah. So then we
Or that was your wife's.
Yeah, it was the girlfriend's
Yeah,
car
yeah,
keys.
yeah.
So then we get up to the parking lot and he's like, "Oh, fuck." And we went back and I think
we searched. We kind of looked.
I think we
yeah.
went back and forth 2 or 3 times and we were like, "Nah, bro, they went with the flip flops."
Hey, gone.
Yeah, that was a long night for me.
They're at the bottom of Pinawa, so yeah.
All the way home from
Yeah,
Pinawa.
so I had to give you a ride home. Then you had to drive from here all the way back out to fucking Pinawa again,
Yeah,
and then all the way back again, and then to Morris,
the girlfriend went
right?
to Morris.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I took you to
Steinbach.
and then you had to go back to Pinawa, and then back to Morris, and then over to Steinbach.
Yeah,
so you
it
probably
was-
didn't get home till like fucking
No,
4
it
in
was
the
late,
morning.
and I mean, I was pretty drunk
I
when we
just
were.
stayed at the girls' place, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then I felt worse because I couldn't drive. I couldn't drive any of the vehicles because I'm hammered, right?
Oh, yeah, right. You had to
now
call
I got-
your
yeah,
brother.
my brother.
Yeah.
So now here I am, the guy who lost the car keys, who's drunk and can't help recover vehicles, right? Yeah, I felt like the worst boyfriend ever.
I didn't know that. I thought you would have maybe like sobered up by the time he dropped you off or anything, but
It was still questionable. I had quite a few beers on the float.
Yeah. That's funny though. I mean, it's funny now.
There were
It's funny
memories
now.
that were revived the next day.
I know. It probably felt like shit at the time. You know, like just like.
Yeah, especially
But
Sunday
it's a
night,
great
right?
story
Oh, yeah.
now, right? Like, and that's how all shitty days end up. Like, once you get through the shittiness of it, it becomes a good story. And that's why this show has gone on so long, because we have done a lot of shitty things.
Yeah, and then it kind of stopped, so we had to make some adjustments. But you know what? Now that the restrictions are lifted,
Poo stories.
actually, it's funny. A Jaguar came over on Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck, that was so funny. So, I posted a picture of Jaguar on our Discord
with
chat.
his eyes rolling into the back
that
of his
was
head,
so
and fucking
funny.
cross-eyed.
Perfect
Like,
timing. But then Bretzky's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing? You guys want to come over? You know, record some skits? No, come on, let's go."
yeah, I was like, let's do some recording and stuff like that.
I'm
And,
like,
they're-
yeah,
and he's
well-
just like, no, we're good.
Yeah, like I was getting hammered, man. Like it was we pretty much drank half a bottle of whiskey in like an hour, and yeah, like he had to drive home, and I'm like, well, I don't need to go anywhere, so I just continued drinking. But anyway, so he was telling me that today, which is Tuesday when we record, it's March 1st. and the restrictions lift, he's like, oh, I booked fucking Tuesday off, and I'm going out for breakfast and having some drinks and lunch, and he's going all over the place. He's probably juiced right now somewhere, like just annihilated.
So this is my thing. Like, I was wanting to like do something or whatever, but I'm never ever the kind of person, like, I'm not going to invite myself and be like, oh, you guys don't want to come here? Okay, I'll be right there. Because I don't want to be that guy who's when like you're in the middle of, you know, sucking each other off or whatever, that I'm interrupting
honestly,
it.
it was one of those. I was actually outside shoveling snow, and then so I got my snowblower fixed, and what it was actually a pin.
Snowblower or
Yeah, not the Tommy blower. That's the Jaguar.
well, that's what I was wondering because you're there, right?
No, the snowblower. Basically, there's a sprocket inside that drives the wheels.
Yep.
And it doesn't have a set screw or nothing. It has a pin.
Okay.
And
oh, is it a shear pin?
a shear pin, but it was a screw only before, I guess. But it worked for fucking years, you know. And then it snapped on me, so I finally put the guy came and he opened it up and he's like, okay, like needs a shear pin. So I had one at home, put it in. He cleaned it up, tuned it up, did an oil change, whatever, perfect, done, working. So I'm working at it, all of a sudden, fucking stops again. I'm like, what the fuck? It broke the shear pin. So I had two more
that's
shear
the entire
pins.
point of them. Yeah,
It broke the second one, and it's just like,
was it minus 40 still when you were trying to do it?
this was
Or just
Saturday.
because it's hard snow?
Yeah,
probably
it's hard snow, right? So I'm just like, fuck sakes, like I just need to put in like a titanium like fucking bolt
to our
or
one
something.
listener who's not from Winnipeg, when it snows outside and then gets warm out,
Yes.
the snow melts a little bit,
And it's super heavy.
And then when it gets cold again, it turns to like a harder, icier snow that snow blowers are not very happy about.
But yeah, so I was struggling with it. So I literally had I was about to take the snowblower apart again, put the new shear pin in, where he showed up. So like we were sitting outside for a bit, and then
Was it the one like in the auger, or was it in the actual drive?
In the drive.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and then so like then we went inside, and like literally when I posted that picture, like he was already on his way out, and then I'm just like, I'm just gonna chill. I would have invited you
I'll
over.
crack you a beer.
I would have invited you over, but I had plans with Mama after that, so you know.
That's fair, and that's why I don't invite myself.
Yeah, I mean, if
Right?
but the thing is, I hope you know that by now. If you show up at my house, well, you show up in my house, and I pour you a drink. So.
Yeah, and same here. But like,
Yeah.
I try to, you know, at least be kind of courteous or whatever. Try to take a hint
Yeah.
when it's being presented to me. But yeah, I was like, hey guys, what's up?
Oh yeah,
Want to play? Want to
Jack
play?
was like,
Play,
"Holy
play,
fuck, he's a needy bitch, isn't he?"
Oh fuck off! I'll wait till he's back to address that.
Yeah. But anyways, so yeah, the fucking snowblower's done. So I finally moved some snow around. Holy fuck! I still have shit. Like I have about 8 or 9 foot drift behind my hot
Wait
tub.
a minute. No, you told me you had plans with Mama later that night. You guys had that big fucking rowdy Discord chat that night where I didn't come online because I was busy watching stuff.
Yeah. No, like that was already
Which
after.
night?
Like
There was 2 of those.
Yeah, this was
I'm
on
excited for
Saturday.
both.
No, so on Saturday, like my wife doesn't stay up late. Like she goes to bed at 9. That's our plans, you know. But no, it was funny because like it was just me and Franco in there. But like we were like messaging, like, "Hey man, everybody's here. Like you gotta join."
Yeah, you're like Sad Jaguar, Carl, Nomad, everyone's in here.
Yeah. I was like, and he's like, "Oh, I'm watching a show. I can't. Like, I'll come in later." And he never did it, and ended up coming. Anyways.
Well, no, I was in the middle of watching a movie. Well, I like literally just started to watch one when you messaged. So Loadskis. By the time that you sent the second message, yeah, I fell asleep before the movie ended. Fuck off.
I knew that. But yeah, it was just me and Franco. Well, and Sonia joined us for a little bit, and then her phone died.
She was just
sure, yeah.
She was just tired of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, my phone would die if I was in a chat room with fucking Tommy and Franco.
I know,
too.
yeah. Mine was dying too.
Love you, Franco.
Shall we get into the confession booth?
I think we should. I am very excited.
I'm here for a confession.
Oh, Lord Jesus, what have you done?
Nothing. You just take it easy now. I must confess.
Well, my dear, for your penance, 10 Bloody Marys and a good shag.
Leave a message. Beep.
It's like you know something.
I know everything, Tommy. You should know that by now.
So we do have an email.
We have an email?
Yeah, did you know that?
Holy fuck. Who the fuck still emails?
Come on, Minute Minor.
Oh, I hope it's Minute Minor. It's not going to be Minute Minor.
Probably not.
And
He's too busy fucking sledding for freedom right now.
I read into it a little bit because I was like, oh, who the fuck is this, right? It's from Jason.
Jason.
I don't know any Jason, but
I know several Jasons.
But when I open it up, I'm like, oh, okay, I know who this is. I don't know this person, but I know who he knows.
Okay.
And I think you know too.
Probably. This is probably to do with what I was...
The message is, hey, you piece of gutter shit, give Big Dave his pizza, asshole.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I was expecting.
Yeah. So I've been messaging actually Big Dave, and I was supposed to go there on the weekend, but didn't make it there. But I'm going on Wednesday, which is tomorrow.
Because he messaged me. He's like, yeah, so guess who said he was going to come by with my gift certificate on the weekend and never fucking showed.
Oh, he actually messaged you, eh?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You're going to get your fucking gift certificate when I give it to you, okay?
Or we
I'm
can just
gonna
bring
give
it
it to
here
you hard.
and fucking same-day courier it right to his fucking doorstep, Tommy.
It's going to be expired by the time you get it to him. It must be close.
They don't expire. I should just give him a blank one. Here's your fucking gift card. Now go fuck yourself, Big Dave.
Give him like an old SPC card or something like that. Remember those?
No, but I actually ended up messaging him. I think yesterday it was that I messaged him that I'll be there on Wednesday. My in-laws are now traveling, so I got to go check on the house. So I was like, perfect. I'm actually going there, and I don't have to drive anyone or nothing. I'm just going to go straight to work from there and going to stop by. So by the time you listen to this, Big Dave, you're going to have a pizza card. Go fuck yourself now. And we do have, I believe we have one voicemail. And you know what? I can almost fucking guarantee it's Big Dave probably calling about the pizza card. I can guarantee you that. Because it doesn't say who it's from or nothing like that. Oh, that was beautiful.
If there's only one this week, I have a strong feeling there might be a few extras next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you calling, leaving yourself voicemails?
Yeah, totally. Same as how we listen to our own podcast on Spotify over and over. To give ourselves listens.
That's how we get the listens.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here it is.
Hey guys, Big Dave here.
Of course.
Hi, Big Dave.
Or you should rename me Big Disappointed here.
Wah, wah, wah.
This guy I know goes by Tommy.
I don't know him.
Yeah, he told me he's going to bring me my pizza gift card that I won like a few months ago. Last week, 2 weeks ago, he said he was going to bring it this past Sunday night. And I waited, had the light on. He was a no-show. I guess I'm trash. All right, yeah. Fuck you, Tommy. Suck big dick. Suck Jaguar's dirty dick.
I did, and I will.
Bitter.
Maybe I...
Sorry, Dave. I promised you I'd kick him in the dick and my fucking...
Your legs are too short. They
no,
didn't reach.
the armrest stopped my chair from rolling
the
far enough.
armrest. Your legs are too short.
I'll get him later in the show. Don't worry.
So, speaking of gifts that haven't been received, I'm still owed a Never Alone bracelet.
Oh, right in the drawer.
Oh,
right
look
there.
at that. I got to actually come on the podcast to get. There you go, Big Dave. You got to come
Big
down
Dave.
and...
You know what? Fuck you, Big Dave. Yeah, I'm not coming to your house. You better come over here and get your fucking card.
He's already been here. Shut the fuck up, Tommy. Is it here? I will punch you. Next door down.
Next door?
Oh, look at that.
Now go fuck yourself.
Still in the wrapper. just like a prophylactic.
I only used it a couple times as a cock ring.
How?
Well, my balls are big. Okay,
He hits it with a hammer a few times to make it really swollen.
my dick might be small, but my balls are big. They get in the way.
It may be short, but my God, is it skinny.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Dave, I'm actually starting to reconsider if I should take the card to him or not. Why is he even getting a card? I can't remember.
I don't know, he probably won a contest like
No, he didn't.
3 seasons ago.
I think it was more. I think it was more of a I felt bad for him for something, and then just ended up like, you know what? I'm gonna bring you a card. I don't know what it was for, but anyways, no, I'll bring it. I
don't know. I'm trying to come up with a clever joke right now, but I can't.
I know it's horrible.
Because the Jets have scored 4 goals in 1 period. Oh God, it's 4-3 now. This is the fucking Jets. I swear to God,
Right?
this like at its first period still.
Yeah, it's brutal. That's why I don't watch hockey now. Anyways, thanks guys thanks Big Dave for leaving a message, and you know what? Thanks for letting Jason know to email me. By the way, this Jason guy seems like a fucking mooch because clearly he can't afford a fucking pizza. He's waiting for you to buy a fucking pizza that's coming from us. So tell Jason to fuck off.
Yeah,
and eat shit.
Yeah, Jason, fuck off and subscribe.
Yeah, and listen to our show. If you guys would like to leave us a voicemail, you can go to our website, thevipod.com, and you can click on the little microphone on the right-hand side and leave us a voicemail. You can also email us at vipodmail@gmail.com. You can find us on social media, and you might have noticed our Instagram tag changed a little bit. It's now...
I did not notice it.
Okay. It's now at the VIPod podcast. And on Facebook, it's the
Tell
VIPod.
us why, Tommy.
I'll tell you after. It's just, it helps when people search for podcasts.
Oh, okay.
It's good to have the podcast in your username.
Search engine optimization.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of. Yeah. You can please, if you want to go to our website and rate and review our show, you can do it so there. And then you can also do it on Apple Podcast and Google Podcast. You can subscribe to Spotify, and you can listen to us on Amazon Music and TuneIn. Please check out our sponsors, the Safety Net Studio at safetynetstudio.com and the Pizza Oven at thepizzaoven.ca. You can use the promo code VIPod5 to get an extra 5% on top of the 5% that you get online when you order there. Before we end the show, we always have our guests suffer through the end of the show. Sometimes we do it at the beginning, but we're going to keep this to the end. So we have the Ant Flatline sitting at 6.5 million Scoville units. I think Scovilles are bullshit anyways, but like it's fucking hot.
Yeah, this sauce isn't fun.
It's not.
Like, there's nothing about it. Like
it
it's
doesn't
not,
taste
it's not
good.
enjoyable.
It just burns instantly.
Yeah, it just tastes like suck.
And beer will probably make it worse, but you know what? I can't
you might
wait.
want to just drink some milder hot sauce, like
Wash it
or
down
like
with
lick the tzatziki or something.
And while he's gonna suffer through this, we're gonna just give him a few random
rapid
questions.
fires.
Yeah. Okay.
Here,
so
give me a couple too.
I'm really dreading this, guys, just so you know. All right, let's do this.
Yeah. All right.
That does taste like ass.
All right, Tommy.
It's 2. Go for it.
2. Name a country with 2 time zones.
A country? Any of them. Canada.
Yeah, sure.
There
That has at least 2.
That's
I'll give you that.
only
I'll give you
2?
that. No, I don't know. Man, I don't know a country with only 2, so that's good.
Well, Canada has multiple, so
It does. 2 is correct. Canada does have 2 plus.
Okay. Oh, 1. Okay. So name something with 1 wing.
With 1 wing?
That chicken I just...
Ooh, that's gonna be tough.
1 wing. 1 wing. Maybe like a hotel only has 1 wing instead.
I'll give you that. Okay.
Fucking smart.
Next one. 2. Okay. Name the winning answer to the question 2 cards ago.
Canada.
Canada. Wasn't it?
shit.
That's correct.
Just roll it
That's
for me.
3. Okay. 3.
Name something. Oh, I did that already. I did the wings.
boy.
Name 3 songs from West Side Story.
Pass.
Okay, fair.
Put that one aside. He doesn't get the point for that one. 1. Okay. Name one hit wonder.
One hit.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm on the spot. It burns.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna make you
I'm
cry.
a Barbie girl.
Aqua's not a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, they wrote a whole album of classics, you motherfucker.
Sure, yeah. Let's go with that. How you doing?
Do we give
This
him
is terrible.
Do we give him Aqua?
No, that doesn't count.
No, he has to say it. I said Aqua.
I can't even think it burns so bad.
Oh, man, I can think so many.
Don't forget me. No, that was not a one-hit wonder.
Oppa Gangnam Style. Yeah.
Pass. I can't think, guys. I can't
Drop
think.
that card.
Okay, roll it for me.
Okay, go. 4.
I could answer this. Name 4 European rivers. Come on. Think.
I couldn't get a one-hit wonder. You expect me to know European rivers?
Okay, pass. That's a hard pass. So I rubbed my nose after making that, and my nose. Ah, fuck. Name 6 college mascots.
College?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna put that in the.
You know what? I think we can. Why don't we include NHL or NFL as well?
Do you think I know any of the NHL ones?
We don't.
I think I'll take
I
that.
can
as
name 2.
I'll take that as a pass.
Okay, yeah. Fuck, he sucks at this game.
I'm not good.
3.
No.
3. Name a 3-word television show.
A 3-word.
So like Friends is 1 word.
Yeah, I can count, Tommy.
Okay,
I can
I'm just
count.
making sure.
I can't think, guys.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of this game, Donovan. We should have set a timer so we could like
You
push
should
this
have
up
asked me
against
something
other.
personal instead of making me think like.
No, this is
All right, how long is your dick?
Ooh, let me think. Oh, I can't think about that.
Is that correct measurement? Or-
Erect or flaccid?
Come on, like Big Bang Theory is 1. So you look at that.
Married with Children.
There you go, and 2 more.
Oh, 2 more.
You had to do 3.
1 with 3.
Okay, I'll give you Big Bang Theory too. I help you. So one more. Think of like 90s.
Everything's got less or more.
That's what makes the game hard.
All right, that's a pass. Let's go next.
All right, so
Name a 4-syllable sports team.
4 syllable.
I guess would that count with both names?
I know one.
I would say
I know
we
one.
can use the city and the team name.
Shut
right?
up, Tommy.
So, no, I got to think in my head. I'm like,
He's counting on fingers. For those of you not watching the YouTube, Tommy, oh yeah, you do have him on screen. Okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. I was like,
You don't have him on screen.
we've
That
just
doesn't
had
work.
him.
Pat. I'm terrible at this.
Winnipeg Jets.
You fucking idiot.
Name an actor who plays 6 characters in the same movie. That is easy.
They play 6 characters in the same
6
movie.
characters.
Oh, guys,
come
I don't
on.
do good under pressure.
Eddie
only
Murphy.
I didn't even think of.
That's what I said. It was easy.
Yeah.
All right. Brett and Tommy up 1.
I think I'm losing.
We're going to catch up to you now.
Was it 4?
Yeah.
Okay, name 4 Tonight Show hosts.
There's only been 3. No, there has been 4.
I think, yeah, well, I wonder if that's more like any evening show, like
Yeah.
like
Late-
a night
late
show,
night.
late night show, yeah.
Late night,
Yeah.
past and present, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So
yeah.
we could do like Jay Leno,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Jay
yeah,
Letterman.
yeah.
1, 2.
Of course, now I'm.
He was so confident. He was.
I'm like, I got this. No, I can't think of anybody's name.
Me.
Who watches late night talk shows? Like
I
used to.
Bretzky,
yeah.
yeah, that's a Bretzky thing.
used to.
I used to. Like,
Come on, today, like The Man Show. Have you ever watched The Man Show?
Can't say I have.
Jimmy Kimmel?
Oh yeah, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
And then that should spark
How
another
about, how
name.
about SNL?
Oh yeah, there you go. Like Saturday Night Live.
Oh, you would
There's
count that?
There's so many.
There's a Saturday Night Live host who's host of The Tonight Show now.
I'm gonna have.
And it's
That would be Jimmy
it's
Fallon.
similar to Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, Jimmy
Another
Fallon.
Jimmy.
All right, we were taking the point.
Yeah,
point
we're
for
taking
this
the point
one.
on that
Oh
one.
man, I must be down now.
You could have done Johnny Carson. You could have done David Letterman. You could have
did,
done
you did, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Conan,
Larry King.
Conan O'Brien, Larry
I
King.
forgot about Conan.
I would have accepted.
Oh, there's lots.
Craig Kilborn.
Okay, we know you know this. Okay.
We should be asking Bretzky.
Yeah.
Trying to get him wrong.
He wants us to ask you. Yeah.
Name an event that happens every 1 year.
New Year's.
Boom.
There you go.
That's a point,
Wow.
bitch. 4. Loads.
I'm not even gonna go with name the Italian word for. Yeah. I'm not even gonna say that one.
I think the game's over, though. I don't think he's suffering anymore.
No, it's done. It's gone.
it?
That
Okay.
was very short lived.
Okay. So yeah, it kicks in, but it's not.
Yeah, it was intense for a little bit,
Yeah.
like, but
My Hitler spot's still burning because I touched it with the same
Oh, did
finger
you?
that I did the sauce.
but the thing with this is like most hot sauces I like because they taste good. This one does not taste
No,
good.
there's
Like
no.
I feel like I licked
it
an
tastes like-
ashtray.
It tastes like
or,
capsaicin. Like, it literally just has that pepper extract.
This would
flavor
be
to
this
it.
like I always say, like this would be good in like a big pot of chili when you want the
Couple
chili
drops,
flavor,
yeah.
but like you want the heat.
Yeah,
and
you
that's
need
it,
to.
you know,
yeah,
like-
you have a great flavor and you need to boost it up a notch.
Yeah.
Then you add this to a pot of chili. Other than that, it has no practical use other than torturing people on a podcast.
To be completely honest with you, I was expecting way worse.
Yeah.
Like
like it's. I
Well, I told you it was a fair dribble.
Yeah.
If I would have given you an unfair dribble, it gets really
oh,
miserable.
yeah, like the first time
And
we did the end, so which is like below this, and we didn't know how much
we
doused.
fucking covered a wing
We
in it.
doused our wings, and it's just that was intense. But
Nomad was literally like chugging milk and then just spitting it on the floor in here. Do we still have the video of that? Maybe we can put that up on
I'm
the Insta.
sure we
one of
do
these days.
somewhere. I think it's on our YouTube channel. So
Yeah, but we need to put it up on we need Insta content is what I'm
yeah, okay.
going for
So-
here.
We'll
So
get to it.
Get it to me. Get it to me. I'll make that shit happen.
It's on YouTube. You can download it.
Yeah, that's a little too much work, Tommy.
Alrighty, let's get into the shout outs. Do you have a shout out? You can shout out anybody you want, whether it's a coworker or family or business or artist or whatever.
yeah, you know what? I'm actually gonna shout this one out to my buddy Brandon. I get him with the hot sauces all the time. I get him to come. Oh yeah, try this. Put it on like ketchup, and then he dies. So he's gonna really enjoy this podcast later. Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Right on. Bretzky.
I'm gonna shout out my old man and his wife. His wife had to go through some surgery this week due to the big C word. Not COVID. The one that we, I guess, can say cancer.
Yeah.
So she had to have a surgery this week, and all went well. But then, like, literally a day later, my dad ended up in the hospital with a fucking kidney
shit.
stone. It's something he has had recurring issues with, and I'm scared because he's had it, my sister's had it, so it's fucking bound to happen to me with the amount I fucking drink. But yeah, I just want to shout them out for being troopers. Thank God they just got the hell back from the United States, because this would have been a much bigger bill if that.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah.
If he had to. But then that's my dad. Like in the States, he falls down, like breaks his wrist. And he's like, "Oh, this hurts a lot. I'm gonna wait a while to come back and see a doctor." Though, you've met him, you know.
Grab a couple sticks, wrap it up. It's good to go, right?
He's old me,
They'll
so
have to
like,
re-break it. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, shout out to them. Hopefully, they have a quick recovery and don't have to spend more time in Winnipeg than
Yeah.
intention, because they're from Brandon.
Yeah.
Woo,
I'm going to shout out Hempy because she has a tough day coming up on Monday.
Absolutely.
So Hempy, enjoy your weekend with your pup. You know, it sucks that you have to go through this, and you just recently went through with your other pup. You have to put him down.
Bauer.
So yeah, so it's shitty, you know. So hopefully listen to this podcast and puts a little little bit of
VIPod
smile
shout out
on-
to Havoc.
what.
VIPod shout out to Havoc. A
Yeah.
collective shout out.
Exactly. Well, and
To the
might as
pupper.
well to Bauer as well.
Yeah, well,
So
yeah.
yeah. My shout out goes to her. So we're going to be thinking of you, Donovan. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
You know, hopefully you win the level 50 prize, and then you get
I'm
some.
still trying. Yeah,
you
I'll
get
be
some
back
free
again.
beer and pizza. So You guys, please make sure you guys go and join our Discord. So the way you join it, how do they join the Discord, Brett?
They join it by visiting our website, which is www.thevipod.com. And if you scroll down just a wee bit, there's a little space there where you can subscribe.
Put your name in and email address,
to
and
our,
then
to our newsletter there. And once you do that, you will get the link for the Discord. Which is a free-for-all. Well, you'll get to meet all sorts of cool people like Donovan, like Hempy, Peach, who we've had on the show before, Sad Jaguar's in there. We invite all of our guests, so anybody who you've heard on this show has an invite and could show up at any time.
Yeah.
So, Details, Surreal, Lil Ron Rocks made a little appearance in there.
Yeah, he did, yeah. Dag made an appearance.
Dag's been in there.
The Whiskey Tango podcast guys popped in and then they died.
Whiskey Tango was
probably
in there.
Just getting drunk and don't know how to work Discord yet.
Forgot what even happened.
Exactly. But so you join our Discord. We actually have the Russian lady joined us.
Yep.
I sent her the email, and we have a new guest that subscribed. So I sent them the email. So maybe a quick shout out to Gail, whoever you are. If you listen to the show, welcome. Thanks, guys. Again,
Better not be my mom under an alias. I swear to God.
Gail.
That's not my mom's name. I'm just saying.
I know.
That's the type of
but
name.
in case it's her.
It's the type of name my mom would choose as an alias.
All right, guys. We love you.
Fuck you.
Bye. You know you can say bye, right?
Bye.
Yeah, all right. I'm leaving too.
This is so typical of Bretzky. He leaves, and then he's like, I saw him like 20 times already going back and forth, like pacing. Son of a bitch. Yeah, but he's a good fucking cook, though. I gotta give it to him. I just like to rip into him, especially when he tried to make Kyle a steak. Oh my god, that steak was horrible. Even the dog didn't want to eat it.
Oh, really? That bad?
I mean, the dog ended up eating it, but. Yeah, you could tell that he wasn't like going to town on that steak. Half of it was microwaved. Horrible.
I can't say I've had a microwave steak before.
Yeah, no. I mean, leftover,
Yeah, warm it up.